of lecture. All right. I hope for those that were tested positive to update me, to text me my progesterone update. Okay, do let me know so that I can update in the system. All right. For those who were tested positive, I hope okay, get well soon. Others, please take care of yourself. I think it's still a good move, okay, to keep wearing masks, okay. Do not take advantage of government's action that allow you not to wear masks. I think that's a very important step, okay, at least to protect you, because nowadays you never know with the new mutant, new strains, all right, we might get a very aggressive strains of COVID-19. We never know, okay. Do take care of yourself. Try to avoid a very crowded space, but we cannot do anything about practical class today, okay. We have a very limited space, but we have 50 people of you. So please take good care of yourself. Take whatever extra precaution that you can do, okay, to at least to stop the spreading of the virus. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, before we move, okay, one more thing. Okay, IDAT server in UPM down, okay, this morning. So we cannot access Putra Blast, even UPM emails. I also cannot access today, so that I can upload the slides, okay, the notes for today's topic. Okay, I will share the slides shortly. Okay, but before we start, let's do some revision on previous topic on lipid digestion, absorption, and transportation. Okay, any questions on that? Do you want to share anything? Do you want to ask anything before we do a short quiz? Boleh dengar saya tak?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Since you didn't respond to me, okay, let's do a bit of revision on previous topic. Okay. Lipid digestion, absorption, and transportation. Okay. All right. Can somebody share with class what are dietary lipids? Can you name dietary lipids? Okay. Anyone?
I'm sorry, Doctor, was the question just now?
Okay, what are dietary lipids? Aslam, can you name what are dietary lipids?
What lipid, Doctor? I cannot hear.
Okay, anyone? Dietary lipids. Okay, in the last lecture on the lipid digestion and transportation, we have discussed on the process of digestion, absorption of lipid. Okay, and at the end of the slides, we have discussed, okay, let's say triglycerides undergo a digestion process. So how about the other component of lipids? Okay, so how they undergo absorption, how they transport okay in the through the bloodstream, and how does they achieve, okay, can move to the cells for the utilization of this lipid. Okay, so now the question is, do you know what are dietary lipids? Okay. Okay, the first answer would be triglycerides. Okay, other than triglycerides, what are dietary lipids?
Phospholipids.
Phospholipid, correct? Okay.
Sterol.
Cholesterol.
Sterol, yeah, cholesterol.
Okay, so sterol is part of cholesterol. Okay, we have cholesterol. What else?
Diglyceride.
Diglyceride is okay. Is part of triglycerides. Okay. What else? We have cholesterol ester. All right. We have what else? We have fat-soluble vitamins. You can name it. Okay. 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 Anything related to dietary lipids that we have discussed in the topic of digestion, suction, and transportation. Okay. Hydrolysis of triacylglycerides. Okay. What are the products of this process? Okay. So the hydrolysis of triacylglyceride will produce what?
Fatty acids.
Sorry?
Fatty acids.
Okay, free fatty acids. And another one?
Glycerol.
Glycerol. Okay, it's not that accurate. Okay, in general, we know that triacylglyceride is formed through 3 molecules of fatty acids and also 1 molecule of glycerol. But in the hydrolysis of triacylglycerol, okay, in the action in the breakdown of ester bonds, so basically it produces monoglycerides and also free fatty acids. So that's the simplest product that can produce by the hydrolysis of triacylglycerols or triglycerides. Okay, what is biosalt? Can somebody describe on biosalts? Anything that you know about biosalt or bile acids? What is the role of biosalts in the digestion process?
Emulsification.
Okay, emulsification. Okay, what does it means by emulsification? What happens during emulsification process?
For
myself. Okay, for myself. Okay, what does it do to for myself? Okay, what is myself, everyone? Danu, what is myself? Okay, what is myself? One question. Another question of what is emulsification process?
Emulsification is a large lipid globules that break down into the smaller.
Okay, that's a correct answer, Shin-er. Okay, so basically, emulsification is a process to break down the large molecules of lipids, okay, the big droplet of lipids into smaller molecules. So why is it need to be breaking down to smaller droplets?
Increase surface area for lipase.
All right. Okay, so the process, okay, the important role of biosalts is to break down the lipids molecule to smaller droplets, okay, in order to prepare a condition for a very good condition for lipase, which is it needs a very greater surface area, okay, for lipase enzyme to act on the lipid on the smaller droplets of lipid. Okay. All right, what else? Okay, so again, go back to the on to the questions of myself. So anyone who can elaborate what is myself?
Micelles are like aggregates of bisalt, like they form a polar outer shell, and then the inner core is hydrophobic.
Okay, so basically, all right, thank you, Daniel. So basically, when we talk about myself, so you need to mention, so it is you need to mention both polar and non-polar characteristics between basalt and also lipids. Okay, all right. So so the myself formation. So why is it important to have this myself formation? So it prepare what? So it prepares, it helps the absorption of lipids, okay, to across the intestinal wall. All right. Okay. How about lipoproteins? So what are lipoproteins? Anyone? Alia Nadira? What are lipoproteins? Alia Nadira?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. What are lipoproteins?
Lipoprotein, it has like micelle properties that consists of non-polar core and of triacylglycerol and cholesterol.
Okay. How about the non-polar core? Okay, Fariha, describe on the non-polar core of lipoproteins. What it consists of?
Lipoprotein consists of triglyceride.
Sorry, jauhnya suara awak.
Contain triglyceride.
Okay.
Some cholesterol that bonds to fatty acid and phospholipid and another protein.
Okay, non-polar core consists of triacylglycerols and also cholesterol ester. Okay, so on the polar core, it consists of phospholipid, cholesterol, and also protein. Okay. All right. All right. How about, okay, can you name the 5 classes of lipoprotein? Anyone? Ifa? 5 classes of lipoprotein? 5 major classes? Ifa ada tak? Ifa tak ada? Ada nama je ke? Okay. Nike, do you want to unmute yourself?
Okay.
All right.
One is chylomicrons, and
Okay.
then very low density lipoproteins,
Okay.
intermediate density lipoproteins,
Mhm.
low density and the high density lipoproteins.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. So we have, okay, there are 5 major classes of lipoprotein. So, okay, you already know, okay, the role of, okay, what is the function of lipoprotein? Sofita. Sorry, hilang. Okay. The role of lipoproteins. What are the functions of, what are the functions of lipoproteins? Okay. Okay. To be transported where? To where? All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Safita. Anyone who can describe the role of lipoproteins in general? Haziq? Saja saya nak dengar suara. Haziq ada?
Ya, doktor.
All right. Okay. In general, what is the functions, the role of lipoproteins?
Carrying cholesterol and triglyceride.
Okay. So,
That is
all right. Ada sesiapa yang nak membantu? Okay, keyword transport. Okay, function. Okay, the role of lipoproteins. Keyword transport. Okay.
To transport triglyceride into the blood and lymph.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shiner. Okay, to transport lipids. Okay, through the blood system. Okay, through the lymph system. Okay, and it transport the lipids to the respected location, okay, for example, to the cells, okay, to the specific cells that they need lipids. Okay, so basically, why does it need lipoproteins? So it helps to stabilize, okay, the lipids. Okay, it helps to stabilize because we know that lipids cannot, is non-polar properties. It has this non-polar properties, so it cannot be transported just like that. So it does need lipoproteins. So it needs lipoproteins helps to stabilize the triglycerides and also cholesterol esters. Okay, because it consists of these hydrophilic properties. So when it stabilize the component of lipids, okay, with the hydrophilic properties, so it can be transported out, okay, to the cells. So that's okay the role of lipoprotein. Okay, all right. A little bit on what else? Okay, receptor-mediated endocytosis. This one for this mechanism is meant for which lipoproteins? Receptor-mediated endocytosis.
Low density lipoprotein.
Okay, low density lipoprotein. So basically, this mechanism is a mechanism for pickup of LDL by cells. This is how cells pick up LDL. Okay, through receptor-mediated endocytosis. So basically, how many steps involved in this mechanism? So basically, there are 10 steps. Okay, so I hope you go through the mechanism involved in receptor-mediated endocytosis. So you need to know what are the receptors involved. Okay, you need to know okay, what are the enzymes involved. You need to know the environment that involved in this mechanism. Okay, the changes of pH lead to changes in certain steps. Okay, try to understand on this specific mechanism. Okay, on this specific event. Okay, and another important thing. Okay, how LDL is generated in the. Thank you, Dano. Dano prepare a Google form, is it? All right, thank you. Because UPM server's down, so I can access my UPM's email. So yeah, all right, thank you, Dano. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, can somebody describe on the formation of LDL? Can somebody, okay, before that, can somebody describe between characteristic of LDL and HDL? Simple questions. Do you still remember the table on the lipoprotein? So there are tables that compare between density, between the content between their protein, phospholipid, cholesterol, and everything. So you can describe on the difference between HDL and LDL through to the information from that table. Okay, apa tadi? Okay, Atika.
Okay, LDL is known as bad cholesterol, which is a transport from liver to tissue, and
Okay.
and the other one is HDL. HDL is known as good cholesterol, and
Okay.
bring back from adipose tissue, which is the store, and to
Okay.
liver.
All right. So thank you,
That's it.
Afika. So that one is the difference in terms of the role of HDL and LDL. How about the characteristics of HDL and LDL? Okay, what is the biggest lipoproteins?
Chylomicron.
Chylomicron. All right. Okay. Again. All right. So now for HDL. Okay, for HDL. So we know that the important role of HDL, it helps to bring the liver back, okay, from cells to the liver. Okay. Okay, it helps to bring the cholesterol. Okay. So what happened to the cholesterol? Okay, so in HDL, okay, there is an enzyme that associates with HDL, which is LCET. Okay, lecithin cholesterol acetyltransferase. I think I have included this in the slides. Okay. Okay, so HDL, okay, there is one enzyme that associates with HDL, which is LCET. Lecithin cholesterol acetyltransferase enzyme. So what does this enzyme do? Okay, so this enzyme helps to convert the cholesterol to cholesterol ester. Okay. Okay, so this enzyme helps to convert cholesterol, okay, that they take up from the cells, helps to convert it to cholesterol esters. Okay, and this enzyme is activated by A1 protein. So if you still remember, every lipoprotein has their own coenzyme, kan? Dipanggil apa? Apoprotein, sorry. Every lipoprotein has their own apoprotein. So for HDL, their apoprotein is ApoA1. Okay, what is the apoprotein for LDL?
B.
B what?
B100.
B100. Okay, so you need to know that. All right. How about apoprotein for chylomicron?
D48.
D48. Okay, so you should know this. Okay, there are specific apoproteins for specific lipoproteins. Okay, apoprotein. Okay, saya pernah confuse. All right. Anything else? Okay. Okay. What happens if we have excess fat in our body? What is the condition that we know that related to the excess fat in the body? Tahu tak?
Again, doktor tak dengar.
Alamak, tak dengar. Okay, dengar tak?
To be your voice muffled tadi. Tak ada soalan.
Hello.
Dengar tapi doktor punya
Oh,
soalan
dengar
tak
soalan.
jelas.
Okay. What is the condition, okay, that associate with excess fat in our body? If you have any idea, if we have excessive amount of lipid, okay, in our body, so it can be secreted out through kita punya bukan discharge, kita punya apa feces and everything. Alright, so there is a condition called as steatorrhea. Have you heard about steatorrhea? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Steatorrhea. I think so. Saya start. Okay. So this is a condition that related to excessive amount of lipids, okay, in our poops, in our feces, okay. So when you have excess amount, it can be secreted out, okay, through our body, through feces. Okay, so these are the conditions, okay. So normally, what happens when we have this condition, you will be experience a very looser, smellier, okay, and pale in color of your food. Okay. Huh?
Doktor explain tak berapa jelas.
Alamak. Suara saya tak clear ke?
Macam muffling.
Alamak. Okay.
Clear je.
Alright. Okay. Saya tak boleh bergerak agaknya. Okay. Okay, give me what the okay, boleh dengar saya tak?
Mana betul?
Okay. Okay, so take note on this condition method. Okay. So this is the condition that associate when you experience when you have excess amount of fat, lipids, okay, and it will be secreted out through feces, okay, through your stools, okay, which you will experience a very smellier, a very watery, a very looser types of feces. Okay, all right. Okay, any other questions before we proceed? I hope you get something from previous lecture, so you have some idea on the digestion process, absorption, and also transportation. Okay, at least you can see the sequence All right, you can see the sequence from digestion through absorption and through and it go through transportation, all right, of lipids. Okay. Okay. Let me share the screens. Fatty acid oxidation. Okay, so I'm going to proceed with fatty acid oxidation. Okay, today. All right. Can you see my slides?
Can.
Okay. All right. So what is fatty acid oxidation? Okay, now. Okay, so this is the general view of what happens to the fatty acid. Okay. Okay, we know that the ultimate product of fatty acid digestion is your monoglycerols and also free fatty acids. All right, correct? Okay, let's say, okay, we know that through transportation it will be sent, okay, it will be transport all the lipids, okay, to the cells, either to be stored in adipocyte cells or to be catabolized to produce energy. Okay, we know that's the main function of lipids. All right, why do we eat? Okay, why do we need lipid? Why do we take lipid? Why do we take fat as our in our diet? Okay, either for storage or for energy. All right. So, okay, in terms of right time. Okay, let's say we need energy, which it has been utilized. Okay, we don't have much storage. Okay, we don't have that backup energy from glucose, from glycogen. It has been utilized. Okay, everything. Now, in terms of need, okay, fat can be catabolized. Okay, fat can be metabolized to produce energy, which, okay, we know that triacid. So this the triacylglycerol, especially that being stored in adipocytes, okay, in terms of needs, it can be metabolized by the action of enzyme lipase, okay, to produce energy. Okay. All right. Okay, we know, okay, free fatty acids. Okay, free fatty acids can be released directly into the bloodstream. Okay, if you still remember, there are a few notes that I asked you to read. Okay, saya tak discuss pun. Okay, you can just read, okay, about what happened to the free fatty acid, what happened to the phospholipid, how it's being transported, okay, in the bloodstream. Okay, free fatty acid, it can be released into the bloodstream where it can be transported by binding to the albumin. Okay, that one, how free fatty acid can be transported through the bloodstream. Okay, by just binding to the albumin. Okay. Okay, but what happened? Okay, what happened if there is no albumin? Okay. Okay, what happened if that person have that disability of producing albumin? Okay. Okay, so for those people who their body cannot produce albumin, so they experience a rare condition known as albuminemia. Okay. Okay, so these people experience a very rare condition known as albuminemia. Okay, so it indicates that it has a very severely depressed levels of albumin. Okay, so that their fatty acids cannot be transported by binding through albumin, so that their fatty acids need to be transported through other proteins. Okay, all right, so that's what does albuminemia means. Okay, It tells us that people have a severely depressed level of albumin in their body. So meaning that their body cannot transport free fatty acids through albumin, but they can be transported through other proteins. Okay. All right. Okay. Next.
Doctor,
Yes.
can you share the slides with me?
Can you what?
Share the slides with me.
Share the slide with you? Why?
We can't access Putra Blast, so we wanted these slides.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Let me share the slide with you. Yeah. All right then. Okay, Dana?
Yes, doctor.
All right. Okay. All right. So these fatty acids must be delivered to cells for beta oxidation occurs. Okay, so these are the cells, okay, the location where beta oxidation can occur. Okay, it can occur in the liver, it can occur in the heart, and also skeletal muscle. So basically, fatty acids can be needs to be catabolized by an oxidative process. Okay, that's why the name of the reaction is beta oxidation. So it catabolized by an oxidative process that release free energy. Okay, that release free energy. Okay, for the body to be utilized. Okay. So in general, what is fatty acid oxidation? Okay, so in general, what is fatty acid oxidation? So it's a cyclic series of reactions. Okay, cyclic series of reactions. Okay, so it's a series of enzyme catalyzed reactions that operate in a repetitive system. Okay, that operate in a repetitive system to progressively degrade fatty acid by removing 2 carbon units. Okay, that's how fatty acid oxidation works. Okay, so it's a cyclic series. Kalau cyclic, we know that it's a cyclic. Okay, dia berpusing dalam satu cyclic reaction. Okay, so it occurs within the mitochondria. So you need to know, you need to take note on the location of each pathway, because it tells you what happens. You can see the reaction. You will understand the reactions, how it moved from different location to another location. You can see what I mean in the next slides. Okay, so end result. So fatty acid oxidation, basically it will produce, the ultimate product is a 2 carbon unit. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, okay, so fatty acid oxidation is a process of degrading, okay, of catabolizing free fatty acids by removing 2 carbon units, which is acetyl-CoA. Okay, acetyl-CoA, if you remember, the structure is a 2 carbon unit molecule. Okay, so in each reaction, it involves the removing of acetyl-CoA, okay, in every cycle, okay, and in each oxidation cycle, a molecule of NAD is reduced to NADH, and same goes to FAD, which is reduced to FADH, which the electron from these 2 molecule is transferred to the electron transport chain, okay, for the generation of ATP, generation of energy. So the acetyl-CoA produced through the degradation of fatty acid, through the degradation of triacylglycerides, are oxidized to carbon dioxide in the citric acid cycle, okay, for further ATP synthesis. That's why, okay, if you can see from this slide, you can see the connection between this pathway, okay, with your citric acid cycle, with your electron transport chain. Okay, it's very interrelated. It's very related between these two mechanisms, between lipid metabolism and also carbohydrate metabolism. All right. Okay, so this is the overview in general. What does it mean by fatty acid oxidation? Okay. All right. Okay, okay. All right, before fatty acid can be oxidized, okay, this is the first step, okay. Fatty acid need to be primed or need to be activated, okay. It needs to be activated, okay, to form fatty acyl-CoA, okay, to form fatty acyl-CoA. Okay, now, okay, in the previous slide, okay, we know that this reaction, fatty acid oxidation, occurs in the mitochondria. Betul tak? Correct? Okay, so it occurs in the mitochondria. But this activation step, okay, the formation of fatty acid-CoA, okay, occurs in the cytosol. Okay, do not get yourself confused. So it occurs in two different locations. Okay? Okay. The first step in fatty acid oxidation is the activation of fatty acid, okay, to form fatty acyl-CoA that occurs in the cytosol, which it requires energy from ATP. Okay. Ada soalan? Nope. Okay. Okay, these reactions, okay, so basically it okay, so basically this reaction it requires energy. So basically it there is an explanation what happened during the formation of fatty acid-CoA. Okay, so it involves the acyl adenylate mixed anhydride intermediate. Okay, acyl adenylate mixed anhydride intermediate. Okay, that is attacked by sulfahydryl group of CoA. Okay, so basically that's what happens during the formation of during the activation of fatty acid-CoA. Okay, so basically this step it forms thioester bond, okay, thioester product, which is fatty acid-CoA. Okay, so basically it helps to preserve the free energy of ATP. Okay, it helps to preserve the free energy of ATP hydrolysis. So basically it involves, if you look at this reaction, it involves the hydrolysis of ATP, okay, which it releases two pyrophosphate, okay, and adenosine monophosphate, okay, to form this acyl-CoA. Okay, all right. So basically, this reaction is an hexagonic hydrolysis of pyrophosphate. Hexagonic hydrolysis of pyrophosphate to form acyl-CoA. Okay, now this activation occurs in the cytosol, so it needs to be transported into the mitochondrial membrane. Okay, so it needs to be transported into the mitochondrial membrane. Okay, even though it oxidized, okay, it activated in cytosol, it needs to be catabolized, it needs to be oxidized in the mitochondrial membrane. So it needs to be transported, okay, into the mitochondrial membrane. Okay. Okay, this one, okay, there is a mechanism to transport a very long chain fatty acyl CoA. Okay. Okay, now kita dah ada fatty acyl CoA. Kita dah tak panggil fatty acid. Okay, now fatty acyl CoA need to be transported into mitochondrial membrane. Okay, so a very long chain fatty acyl CoA cannot cross, okay, the mitochondrial membrane just like that. Okay, so it needs a transport protein. Okay, it needs a transport protein, okay, to help to transport this fatty acyl CoA across the mitochondrial membrane. Okay. All right. Okay, so mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to long chain acyl CoA, long chain. Okay, so different case for short chain or middle chain acyl CoA, we will discuss on the lecture. So now let's focus on long chain fatty acyl CoA. So since it's impermeable, so the mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to the long chain acyl CoA. So it needs a transport system by using carnitine. So what is carnitine? Okay, so basically a carnitine is a compound that present, okay, in both plant and animal. Okay, both plant and animal tissues. Okay, so this is the the mechanism of transporting fatty acyl CoA from the cytoplasm to the mitochondrial membrane. Okay, so it requires two enzymes. Okay, one is carnitine acetyltransferase 1, and another one is carnitine acetyltransferase 2. And also we do have carnitine acetylcarnitine translocase. Okay, so what happens? So what does this carnitine acetyltransferase 1 do? Okay, so basically, if you look at the name of the enzyme, carnitine acetyltransferase, so basically it helps to transfer acyl, okay, from acyl CoA to carnitine. Okay, so it transfers acyl group to the carnitine. Okay, so this acyl carnitine can across the mitochondrial membrane. Okay, can across the mitochondrial membrane in the form of acyl carnitine. So now in the mitochondrial membrane, so we have this carnitine acetyltransferase 2 that transfer back, okay, the acyl group to the acyl CoA, and then this carnitine, okay, it translocates back to the cytoplasm. Okay, so basically the name of the enzyme was already explained. Okay, the role of the specific enzymes, okay, in the system. So this is how long chain fatty acyl CoA being transported from cytosol to the mitochondrial membrane. All right, ada soalan? Okay, so we have three different enzymes, okay, in the event of transporting fatty acyl CoA from cytosol to mitochondrial membrane. Okay. Okay, any questions? Ada soalan tak? No.
Tak ada, Doktor.
Okay, right. All right, so once fatty acyl CoA located now in the mitochondrial membrane, so it can undergo this beta oxidation process. Okay, so these are the reaction sequence of beta oxidation. Okay. Okay, by the name of beta oxidation, basically it tells you that this reaction occurs at beta carbon 1. Okay, it cut through beta carbon. Okay, so basically there are 4 reactions involved in beta oxidation. So remember, it's a cyclic reaction. Cyclic reaction. So it's a cyclic reaction, so that it will go through the similar steps, okay, all over again until it produces the last 2 carbon units of acetyl CoA. Okay, so in general, you need to know what are the 4 reactions. Okay, the first reactions is it involves the hydrogenation steps, okay, that catalyzed by acyl CoA dehydrogenase, which it helps to form trans alpha beta double bond. Okay, the second step involves hydration reaction. So now we have the formation of double bond. So the second step is hydration of double bond by the enzyme enol CoA hydratase. So it removes this double bond. Okay, the third step, okay, is a dehydrogenation reactions to form beta ketoacyl CoA. Okay, dehydrogenation reaction to form beta ketoacyl CoA. All right, and the last step is cleavage of carbon alpha and carbon beta. Saya tak tahu kenapa dibutuhkan. Okay, carbon alpha and beta with CoA by enzyme thiolase, which it will produce acetyl CoA and a new acyl CoA with -2 carbon atoms. Okay, let's look. Okay, what does it mean by this reaction? Okay, before that, all right. So what is MADD? Okay, what is MADD? Okay, this MADD is okay, so this is a condition, all right? Multiple acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase deficiency. Okay, so in that acyl coenzyme, okay, acyl CoA dehydrogenase deficiency. So basically, acyl CoA dehydrogenase is an enzyme, okay, that involved in the beta reaction. So deficiency of this enzyme, okay, has been identified in most of the cases of sudden infant death syndrome. Pernah dengar tak? Have you heard sudden infant death syndrome? Have you heard about this term? Sudden infant death?
No.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So sudden infant death syndrome is the situation. It basically is related to the newborn babies. Okay, newborn babies. If suddenly how I do this? Sudden infant death. Firstly, it involves sudden death. Okay, to the baby. Okay. Babies born healthy. Okay, but maybe in 2 months, at 2 months old or 1 month old or 3 months old, suddenly they found babies already dead, for example. Okay, but there's unknown reason, unknown cause, I don't know, but most of the sudden infant death syndrome is associated with MADD. Okay, meaning that the baby has a deficiency of this MADD. This is multiple acyl coenzyme CoA. All right. Okay, sorry. SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, is related to the deficiency of MCAD. Sebenarnya MCAD, medium chain acyl CoA dehydrogenase. Bagi saya sama, lebih kurang sama je. Okay, medium chain acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase. Okay, MCAD. Alright, meaning that we know that glucose is the principal. Okay, glucose is the principal energy metabolism. Okay, just after eating, kan? Okay, but later a glucose level can decrease. Okay, glucose level can decrease. Okay, so babies that have this deficiency of MCAD, medium chain acyl coenzyme A dehydrogenase, so it cannot, it has a very imbalance between glucose and fatty acid oxidation. All right, so that we know that babies will sleep more than how many hours? 10. All right, normally we have to make sure baby wake up every 3-4 hours. Okay, untuk feeding. Okay, for feeding. Okay, more time for their energy. All right. So when it has deficiency of MCAD, so there will be an imbalance between glucose, okay, and fatty acid oxidation. Normally, because after glucose level has been decreased after some time, okay, then fatty acid oxidation will come in to at least constantly produce energy, okay, for the body. But when we have this imbalance between when we have deficiency of MCAD, so there is an imbalance, okay, of energy from glucose and also fatty acid oxidation. So that's why it associated is normally 100% associated, okay, of SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, with the deficiency of MCAD or MAD. Okay. Okay, kadang-kadang, okay, there are, I think there are some people that experience SIDS, all right, without any clues. Okay, the baby is healthy, but suddenly, because it's if deficiency of this enzyme is, we cannot know, okay, without doing some rigorous assessment. Okay, we cannot know. So that's why. All right. All right. So this is what I meant by cyclic reactions. Wow, tinggal 41. Mana 10 menghilang? Saya baru notice. Okay. Percent attendance menghilang. We will kick out of the Zoom. Kenapa? July went off. Okay. Yeah. All right. So where are you guys now? Dekat college ke?
Fakulti.
Faculty. Oh, faculty. You are kat mana?
DK 1.1.
1.1. Okay, dapat tak information yang kita buat online? Dapat?
Dapat.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So this is what's meant by cyclic reactions. All right. So you can see the reactions involved in the fatty acid oxidation. These are the 4 steps. Okay. Involved in the fatty acid oxidation. Okay, this is another. This is the diagram that shows in terms of structure. Okay, structure. All right, how the structure changes after each of the reactions. Okay, and this one in terms of the enzymes involved. Okay, in every reactions of fatty acid oxidation. Okay, all right. So let's look at the slides. Okay. Okay, in details, let's go what happens in every single steps of beta oxidation reaction. Okay, so what does it mean by beta oxidation? Okay, so normally we discuss on the fatty acid oxidation of palmitoyl of palmitic acid, which is 16 carbon fatty acid. Yes, 16 carbon fatty acid. So palmitic acid, okay, it undergo activation. So it undergo activation to form palmitoyl 4A. So it can now transported through palmitin, okay, into the mitochondrial membrane. So now we have this palmitoyl 4A. Okay, how to determine which one is alpha carbon, which one is beta carbon? All right. So basically, this is the alpha carbon. So this is the first carbon after this functional group. Okay. Okay, so this is alpha carbon, so this is the beta carbon. So this is where, okay, this is where the reaction happens in beta oxidation. Dia hanya berlaku, it only occurs, okay, at beta carbon. Okay, right? Okay, first step. So now we have this palmitoyl 4A. Okay, imagine this, okay, it has this 16 carbon. All right, a very long chain with the acetyl-A, palmitoyl 4A. So the first reaction it involves dehydrogenation of the acetyl-A to form a trans double bond. A trans double bond. So this is the trans. Okay, trans double bond between alpha and beta carbon. Okay, alpha and beta carbon. So formation of double bond here. Okay, so at this cut is catalyzed by acyl 4A dehydrogenase. So it involves, okay, the formation of FADH2. Okay, which electron, this enzyme catalyzes the removal of electrons, okay, from FAD, okay, to FADH2. Okay, now we have this trans double bond, okay, of trans delta 2 enol 4A. Okay, so this is the molecule that produced from the dehydrogenation reaction of palmitoyl 4A. Okay, so the next reaction, okay, the next reaction is the hydration of double bond. So now this double bond is, okay, it undergo the hydration, okay, to form this beta hydroxy acyl 4A. Right? So dia berlaku kat sini saja. Okay. So with the hydration, so hydroxyl, so it involves, okay, the addition of hydroxyl group, okay, to form this hydroxyl acyl 4A. All right. So this is the enzyme that catalyzes this reaction is beta hydroxyl acyl 4A. This is the enzyme that catalyzes phenol 4A hydrolase. Chemical hydration, the addition of, it involves the addition of molecule of water. All right, the next step, okay, it's another dehydrogenation reaction. The dehydrogenation reactions, okay, it involves the removal of the hydrogen, okay, to form keto group, okay, to form a ketone, okay, to form a ketone, okay, to form keto acyl 4A, and this type involves this beta hydroxy acyl 4A dehydrogenase, which involves the formation of NADH. Okay, all right. Last one is acylation. Okay, acylation which involves the addition of CoA and the production of acetyl-CoA. Okay, so what happened here is the enzyme that catalyzes this reaction is thiolase. So basically, thiolase helps to break, okay, to remove these two carbon unit, which is acetyl-CoA in the form acetyl-CoA, and now it left. So from 16 carbon, bila kita remove 2 carbon, so it left with 14 carbon acetyl-CoA, which is myristoyl-CoA, which is 14 carbon, it will undergo
Tak
all
dengar.
these steps again.
Tak dengar.
Tak dengar?
Tak thiolase dot macam muffled.
Okay. All right. So thiolase is the enzyme that catalyzes the last reaction.
Tak dengar.
Alamak. Kita cari apa? Kita cari mic lah. Okay. Boleh dengar saya tak?
Tak, macam doktor kat airport.
Aduh, ya Allah. Hello. Dengar tak?
Still tak dengar.
Dengar tak?
Tak.
Dengar. Hello.
Ni dengar.
Dengar?
Dengar.
Dengar. Oh, dekat airport. Dengar tak?
Dengar.
Jelas tak?
Jelas lagi daripada tadi.
Tak jelas sangat lah. Betul? Alamak, kenapa dia tak boleh masuk?
Sekarang dah jelas dah doktor. Tiba-tiba boleh jelas.
Nama yang tak boleh masuk ke?
Problem doktor.
Ya, sebab IDEC server down hari ni. Ayo. Okay, tak apa, it's okay. Okay, thiolase. Okay, so this is the enzyme that helps to break out. Okay, the ketoacyl-CoA. Okay, so it involves the removal of 2 carbon units. Okay, every cycle will involve the removal of 2 carbon units. Okay, as an acetyl-CoA. So now it left with 14 carbon acyl-CoA, which is myristoyl-CoA. Okay? All right. So this myristoyl-CoA, this 14 carbon acyl-CoA, it will undergo this next cycle, which involve all these 4 steps. Okay. One cycle, it involves all these 4 steps. Okay, so the next cycle, this myristoyl-CoA will undergo all these 4 steps. So it will, at the end of the step 4, it will remove acetyl-CoA, and also then it will left with 12 carbon acyl-CoA. Okay. Faham tak?
Okay, doktor. Faham.
Okay, faham. All right. Okay, 2 carbons are removed each time. Okay, and acetyl-CoA is produced. Okay, every cycle. And so where does this acetyl-CoA go? Okay, so it goes to the citric acid cycle. It will enter the citric acid cycle for energy production. Okay, after citric acid cycle, then the electron from citric acid cycle will pass through the electron transport chain. Okay, for energy production. Okay, so you can see how beta oxidation, okay, connected, okay, through to the citric acid cycle. Okay, so from, let's say, from 16 carbon palmitic acid, it undergo beta oxidation, it will produce 8 acetyl-CoA. So this acetyl-CoA, it enter the citric acid cycles, which electron transport from electron from the citric acid cycle will be transferred to the electron transport chain. Okay, okay, for the energy, for the ATP production. Okay. Okay, so sekejap ya. Okay. You all okay ke? This 44 of you?
Still alive.
Okay.
Huh?
Masih hidup.
Okay. Okay, all right. Okay. So beta oxidation. Okay, so this is why is it called by beta oxidation? Okay. Okay, so how many ATPs produced? So we can do some calculation. Okay, let's say if I ask you to, okay, write an equation, okay, of fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid. Okay, okay, so this is an example of fatty acid oxidation of stearic acid. All right. So how, okay, if you understand all the 4 steps of reactions, okay, so every cycle has 4 steps, okay. So 18 carbon stearic acid, okay, how many cycles it need to undergo to have a very complete fatty acid oxidation? How many cycles? Okay, I can ask you, how many cycles does the stearic acid 18 carbon undergo for fatty acid oxidation?
how many molecules of acetyl-CoA produced during fatty acid oxidation of stearic acid? How many FADH2? How many NADH? Okay, I can ask all that questions, okay, on the fatty acid oxidation. Okay, it depends. If I give you, if the question asks you on the fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid, so you should know palmitic acid, okay, how many carbons, okay, of palmitic acid. So from there, you need to know how many cycles involved, how many acetyl-CoA produced, how many FADH2 and NADH produced from fatty acid oxidation. Okay, tengok kat sini pula. Okay, so this is another diagram. Okay, this one is for acetic acid cycle lah. Okay, look at this examples, okay, on the degradation of palmitic acid. Okay, we know that palmitic acid is a 16 carbon molecule. So it undergo fatty acid oxidation. Okay, so it undergo fatty acid oxidation. So does it involve 7 cycles? Okay, how do you explain? How many cycles involved in the fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid? You faham tak saya cakap apa ni? Okay, do you understand my questions?
Faham tak, Teh?
Okay, all right. So, how many cycles? How many cycles involved in fatty acid oxidation, in a complete fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid?
7.
Okay. Is it correct? Why 7? Okay. Okay, so all right. Okay, so that one is one question. So I can ask you how many cycles involved in the complete oxidation of fatty acid. Okay, the second question. Okay, it's stated in this equation. So complete oxidation of palmitic acid produce 8 acetyl-CoA. Okay, if you look from these examples, you can calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so why is it 6 stated here? But how can you get this 8 acetyl-CoA? Anyone who can explain? (16) carbon, then you have this 14. Okay, it undergo the first cycle. Okay, the first cycle which consists of all that 4 reactions. Okay, so now now it left with 14 carbon and it release, okay, acetyl-CoA. It remove 2 carbon unit as acetyl-CoA. Okay, so it undergo the next, this 14 carbon undergo then, okay, the second cycle, it undergo all that 4 reactions, so it left now with 12. So it removed 2 carbon as an acetyl-CoA. Okay, now the equation of 16 carbon palmitic acid tells us that it will produce 8 acetyl-CoA. Okay, now in this examples, you can calculate. Now we have only 6. How do we get 8? Okay, after the 7th round, you are left with an 8-acetyl-CoA. So first cycle, okay, this is your palmitic acid. It undergo the first cycle, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, where is the 7th cycle? Mariam. Mariam ada?
Ya, Doktor.
Okay. Do you want to...
Doctor, can you repeat the question?
Okay, my question is, okay, ada dua soalan kat sini. Okay, the first question is, okay, from the equation, it stated that this complete oxidation of palmitic acid produce 8-acetyl-CoA, alright? But from my example here, there are only 6-acetyl-CoA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How do we get 8-acetyl-CoA? Three? Do we have 3? Siapa tadi? Mariam you want to try?
Saya tak tahu the full answer, tapi it's something related to beta oxidation.
Ada memanglah beta oxidation kita tengah discuss ni yang. Okay. Alright. Do we have 3? 3 ada tak?
Ada, Doktor.
Alright. So do you want to try? How do you get 8-acetyl-CoA? Okay, and how do you get 7 cycle? Because kalau you tengok kat sini ada 6 je cycle. Okay, do you understand these slides or not? Do you know what happened? Faham tak? Doktor no idea. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'll give you, okay, one last time, alright? Okay. This slide is about complete fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid, okay, which is 16 carbon fatty acid. Okay, so now, okay, line number 1, it already give us this the structure, okay, of palmitoyl-CoA. All right, now it's ready to be degraded, it's ready to be oxidized. Okay, it undergo the first cycle, which is one cycle involve all these 4 steps. Ni satu cycle. All these 4 steps meaning that okay, it undergo first cycle, it will involve all these 4 steps. Okay, first cycle, it undergo dehydrogenation, dehydrogenation, and cleavage. Okay, by time this. Okay. Okay. All right. So it undergo the first cycle. Okay, it undergo all the 4 steps. So now it removes 2 carbon unit as acetyl-CoA, and now it left with 14 carbon. Okay, 16 minus 2, kita ada 14. Betul? Betul tak? Okay. Okay, so first cycle. So now your 14 carbon, your myristoyl-CoA undergo the second cycle. Okay, undergo all those four steps: dehydrogenation, dehydrogenation, and also cleavage. So it removes 2 carbon unit as acetyl-CoA. Now you are left with 12. From 14 tinggallah 12 because you minus 2. Correct? This is your second cycle. Third, fourth, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. From 16, 12, 10, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6. So sekarang you tinggal berapa? 4 carbon. Betul? Alright. Is it the cycle is completed? Sampai sini? So what is the ultimate product of fatty acid degradation, fatty acid oxidation? The ultimate product is a 2 carbon unit, which is acetyl-CoA. Now we are still left with 4. So this 4 cycle, this 4 fatty acyl-CoA, it can undergo another cycle. Okay, so bila 4 di cleavage, bila last step undergo cleavage, so it will produce 2 acetyl-CoA from this 4. Betul? Betul. Alright. Now do you get something? So okay. 1 acetyl-CoA, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from this, it undergo another cycle. It will produce 2 acetyl-CoA. So now you can get 8 acetyl-CoA. Do you understand that? Okay, first cycle, 7 cycle, third cycle, fourth cycle, fifth cycle, 6. This one undergo another cycle. Okay, in total, it will undergo 7 cycles to have a complete fatty acid oxidation, which is the end product would be 2 carbon unit, which is acetyl-CoA. Saya saja je letak sampai sini. I just want to test you whether you understand, whether you can see, alright. But I hope you understand now what does it mean by fatty acid oxidation. Okay, how the cyclic reactions works. Okay, on how this fatty acid. Okay, so basically, this fatty acid oxidation for these 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps reactions ni, it only meant for even number of fatty acid. Okay, kalau odd number lain okay, odd number it has different mechanism. There are some different steps. Okay, but this now we are discussing on even number fatty acid. Okay, 14 carbon, 16 carbon, 18 carbon, so it can undergo this fatty acid oxidation. Alright. Okay, faham ke semua?
So maksudnya nombor 1 tu bukan step lah doktor. Nombor 1 tu just
yeah, it's just a palmitoyl-CoA. Nampak ni? Dah ada CoA kat sini. You kira sini. So 16 dah ada CoA. So now this is your palmitoyl-CoA. Okay, because it shows that it's ready to undergo fatty acid oxidation. Dia kena activated dalam bentuk acyl CoA. Kan, first step tadi activation. Okay, fatty acid, okay, need to be activated, okay, in the cytosol, okay, to form fatty acyl CoA. Then baru it being transported into the mitochondrial membrane, okay, before it ready to undergo all this fatty acid oxidation, all these 4 reactions. Okay, ini belum berlakunya. Okay, this is your structure of palmitoyl CoA, 16 carbon. So it's an activated form of palmitic acid, which is palmitoyl CoA. Okay, first reaction kat sini. Okay, sebab tu dia release 2 carbon. So now you have this 14 carbon. Okay. Alright. Boleh faham?
Boleh doktor, cuma kalau ada nombor 8 tu ke baru macam oh dia dah habis.
Yeah, saya intention memang intention lah letak sampai 7. I just want to ask, I just want to trick you, okay, to test you whether you can you get something. Either you understand that what have been stated here is not completed yet. Okay. Okay, you can see 6 acetyl-CoA dekat sini, but how can we get 8 acetyl-CoA? So I just want to test you. So memang intentionally lah, okay? Memang sengaja letak tak complete. Okay, I just want to see whether you can see something. Alright? Okay. Alright, ada soalan? I think I'll stop here. Okay, so we continue tomorrow. Okay, on fatty acid oxidation.
Doktor, kalau sebab benda ni macam ada kira-kira, kalau kita just kira-kira kalau dalam exam kita tak buat macam panjang-panjang ni
Tak perlu. Okay, you just tak perlu. Okay, now what I want you to do, okay, go back macam you punya homework lah, alright? Okay, take this equation. Okay, so this is our equation for the complete fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid. Alright, okay. So by this equation, try to understand this cycle. Okay, these 4 steps. Okay, how do you get this 7-FAD? Okay, how do you get this 7-FADH, 7-NADH? So basically, kalau you tengok kat sini, is something that involved in this 4 steps of reaction. Okay, how do you get 7? Okay, and how do you get 8? Okay, try, okay, try to understand that. Okay, let's say kalau 16, okay, how many cycles, how many acetyl-CoA, alright, how many FADR, how many NADH2 can be produced. Okay, saya boleh tanya je kalau 14 carbon, complete fatty acid oxidation of 14 carbon. Okay, you just need to understand, alright? Okay, by looking at this pathway. Okay, dia tak ada tiba-tiba datang. Okay, all stated here. Okay, so the final equation is, these are the final equations. Okay, for the complete oxidation of complete fatty acid oxidation of palmitic acid. Okay, try buat equation for stearic acid or for myristoyl acid, okay, this 14 carbon, okay, try to do that, okay, then you can see whether you get the idea of this fatty acid oxidation. Okay, alright, ada soalan? We can repeat this again tomorrow if you have any questions. Okay, all right. Susah pun. First thing first, understand these 4 reactions. Okay, dekat mana? Okay, at which carbon? So what does this enzyme do? All right. Okay, understand the role of each enzyme. Then you can understand on reactions. Okay, happened. Okay. All right, understand this, okay? Okay, know what enzymes that catalyze the reactions, then you can come up with final equation. Okay? All right. I think we can stop here. So I'll see you this afternoon. Okay, get ready everyone. Cepat kita mula, cepat kita balik. Alright. Mask compulsory lah since dah ada cases. Okay. For those yang hadir hari ni. Alright. Okay. Ada soalan?
Tak ada, Doktor.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you semua. Danu nanti share attendance dengan saya ya.
Thank you, Doktor.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.